It's 2 a.m. You opened your phone just for 5 minutes 3 hours ago. You've watched hundreds of videos, dancing, drama, random AI generated content, stuff that you don't even like. Your eyes are burning, your brain feels like static, and you literally cannot form a complete thought. But here's what's wild, this isn't about willpower, it's not about being addicted. These videos accidentally discover the same pattern recognition systems that helped humans survive for 300,000 years. I'm Divya here, and I have spent the last month analyzing what makes certain content absolutely impossible to stop watching. What I found will completely change how you think about your digital consumption, and more importantly, how to actually control it. Because the solution isn't fighting your brain, it's understanding what it's actually looking for. Your brain has one job: keep you alive. For hundreds of thousands of years, that meant constantly scanning for patterns that might indicate food, danger, or social opportunity. Every rustling bush could be a predator. Every new sound could be a prey. Every facial expression from your tribe could mean acceptance or rejection. So your brain evolved to be a pattern detecting machine that never turns off. It's constantly asking, is this important? Should I pay attention? What does this mean? Now here's where it gets interesting. Certain types of content accidentally hijack this exact system. Take any piece of viral content that you just can't stop watching. Your pattern recognition system sees conflict or tension equal to potential danger signal. Repetitive elements equal to tribal rhythm recognition. Unexpected combinations equals novelty detection. High engagement equals social proof or group belonging cues. Your brain isn't consuming garbage. It's trying to decode what it thinks might be important survival information. The problem is there's often no actual information to decode. Imagine you're working on a jigsaw puzzle, but every time you think you're about to complete it, someone adds new pieces that don't quite fit in. That's exactly what highly engaging content does to your pattern recognition system. Your brain keeps thinking, I'm almost understanding this. Just one more video and the pattern will make sense. But it never does because there's often no coherent pattern to find. This creates what psychologists call an intermittent reinforcement loop. Not the dopamine kind everyone talks about. This is deeper. It's your brain's fundamental drive to make sense of the world getting stuck in an endless loop. It's like being a detective with a case that has clues but no solution. Your brain can't let it go because it's weird to believe that understanding patterns is literally life or death. The cruel genius of addictive content isn't that it's designed to be addictive. It's that it's unsolvable. Your brain keeps trying to figure it out, but there's nothing to figure out. Here's the wild part. Most creators didn't plan this. The most engaging content isn't designed by masterminds trying to steal your attention. It's discovered by algorithms optimizing for engagement, and they stumbled onto the perfect recipe for triggering pattern recognition obsession. Familiar elements in unexpected combinations. Repetitive but slightly varied sequences. Unresolved tension. Social proof signals. The algorithm doesn't understand psychology. It just knows what keeps people watching. But in the process, it accidentally discovered the exact formula that makes your survival wired brain think something important is happening. It's like if a slot machine accidentally started playing sounds that trigger your deepest attention reflexes. You'd feel compelled to pay attention not because you're addicted to gambling, but because your brain is hardwired to respond to those patterns. Highly engaging content isn't basically survival alert sounds for your pattern recognition system. Your brain is so good at finding patterns that it will create them even when they don't exist. This is called apophenia, seeing meaningful connections in random information. Ever notice how people create elaborate theories about viral trends or find hidden meanings in obvious random content? That's not stupidity. That's your brain desperately trying to do its job. When your pattern recognition system can't find the real patterns, it starts making them up. This is the same mechanism that creates conspiracy theories, sees faces in clouds, finds signs in random events. Highly engaging content weaponizes this. It gives your brain just enough structure to think there's something to decode, but never enough to actually decode it. So your brain creates its own meaning. It builds elaborate explanations for why the content works or what it represents. Not because there's a meaning, but your brain literally cannot handle the idea that there's no pattern to find. The real trap is in the content itself. It's your brain's inability to accept meaninglessness. So, how do you break free? Not by fighting your pattern recognition system. That's like trying to stop your heart from beating. Instead, you give it what it actually wants: completable patterns. The pattern method. Provide closure to incomplete loops. Acknowledge the pattern-seeking behavior. Time-bound your consumption. Transition to solvable puzzles. Evaluate the pattern payoff. Replace with meaningful patterns. Notice when you're meaning making. Here's how this works in practice. Provide. After consuming engaging content, consciously complete the pattern by summarizing what happened. I watched videos of people dancing, arguing, explaining things. This gives your brain the closure it was seeking. Acknowledge. When you feel the urge to watch more, say, my brain is looking for patterns. This shifts you from unconscious consumption to conscious observation. Time bound. Set specific pattern hunting windows. I'll look for patterns in this content for exactly 15 minutes. Your brain can accept this because it has defined endpoint. Transition. Immediately after consuming engaging content, engage with something that has clear, solvable patterns, puzzles, music with structure, organized learning content. Evaluate. Ask, did I find the pattern I was looking for? Usually the answer is no, which helps your brain realize it's been chasing incomplete information. Replace. Gradually shift to content that satisfies pattern recognition with actual payoff. Documentaries, tutorials, stories with clear arcs. Notice when you catch yourself creating elaborate meaning around meaningless content, gently redirect. My brain is making patterns where none exist. What patterns actually deserve my attention? When you use the pattern method, here's what happens. Week 1, you will feel resistant. Your brain will insist there are patterns to find. This is normal. You're retraining a survival system. Week 2, you'll start noticing how much mental energy you are spending on meaningless pattern hunting. It's like realizing you've been running on a treadmill. Week 3, your brain starts finding satisfaction in completable patterns. You'll naturally gravitate toward content that actually resolves its mysteries. Week 4, the urge to consume endless content doesn't disappear, but it changes. Instead of feeling compulsive, it feels like a conscious choice. The goal isn't to never consume entertaining content. It's to stop your brain from treating entertainment as if it contains the secrets of the universe. Sometimes you want mental junk food, but you don't want your brain to mistake junk food for a treasure hunt. Look, engaging content isn't evil. Your brain isn't broken. The pattern recognition system that gets hijacked by meaningless content is the same system that helps you learn languages, solve problems, and understand complex situations. The issue isn't the content, it's when your survival-wired brain mistakes entertainment for important information. You can still enjoy viral videos. You can still consume engaging content. You just do it consciously, knowing that your brain will try to find patterns that aren't there, and that's okay. The difference between entertainment and obsession is simple. Entertainment satisfies your pattern recognition. Obsession keeps it forever searching. Here's your challenge. Pick one type of content that you consistently watch more than you plan to. Apply the pattern method for just 3 days. Day 1. Provide closure. Summarize what actually happened. Day 2. Acknowledge when you feel the urge to find deeper meaning. Day 3. Evaluate. Did you find the pattern you were seeking? Then come back and tell me. Was your brain looking for patterns that didn't exist? I'm genuinely curious to know if this changes how the content feels to you. If you want more content about understanding your brain's hidden psychology and taking control of your digital habits, subscribe. I break down the real science behind why we do what we do, not just the surface level stuff. Remember, your brain isn't broken. It's just really good at its job, sometimes too good.